Hey, welcome back to Legos at Lunchtime. We're getting to the spaceship, which is one of my favorites other than the dinosaur. The green car is really awesome. I like it a lot. I looked back at my videos. I did have this, definitely. It's just that mine had a ladder on it, just like I thought. So some of these have been changed a little bit for the single ones that you may find at Five Below. This is series, for those who haven't been paying attention, this is the 6-in-1 set I got at Mars Hall for 25 bucks. Oh gosh. Okay, why is it always like hard to open these bigger bags? Anyway, so 25 bucks for 6 sets, which is less than $5 a set. And I know you're thinking, well, you know, you can just get them for $5 a set, but you also get clear figures. So that's another bonus that they don't fit a lot of times, but hey, maybe we're gonna have an exception this time. Okay, so we got bag number 5, and inside of bag number 5 is several little bags. Before I get to that, this one's actually one of the smaller ones. It's only 74 pieces. Here are the instructions, starting with 1 through 4. In case you, you know, I lost my instructions. Well, here they are. Just freeze your screen. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, 10. Let me see if I can get it without the glare. 11, 12, 13, 14, and of course 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and let me see if I got off the glare. 21, 22, 23, 24. Looks like it's about done, if not completely done. Let's see if there's one more page here. Usually you put tires on at the end, but there's obviously no tires on this spaceship. Oh, come on. Nope, that is the end. And then the next one, the last one, the T-Rex, is going to be the last thing. So first off, let's get them all completely out of these bags. All right, that one's pretty easy. So there's only 2 bags. This is probably, like I said, one of the smallest sets in here. You can tell just from picking up the bag going, wow, this bag is really tiny. All right, so starting off with step number 1, we've got to get, actually I'm on the wrong page. I was like, my gosh, we're already doing a lot on step number 1. No, this is step number 5 I was looking at. So we got to get this piece is step number 1. So all you do is just get this piece. All right, step number 2, you adjust these little boat pieces, or I had the airplane when I was a kid, the jumbo jet. So it had these pieces. Flip it over, and you're going to put a bunch of these semi, you know, boat bottoms. And like I said, when I was a kid, 4 of these made up one piece that you would use to segment your jet plane or whatever. But I'm fine with it having several little pieces, because that means that when you do your own build, you might be able to use these for other things. So you're just going to put 4 up there and 4 down here. And so far, there's really, it's all symmetrical so far. I just realized the fan is blowing this direction, so I hope you guys can hear me just fine. If not, you don't need to really hear me. All right, then we're going to flip it around. All right, now we're going to use one of these at the front. Now we're going to actually start differentiating a little bit. A smooth top in the very back, which is, in my opinion, very bad idea, but whatever. I would rather it be the 4x or the 2x2. Supposedly there's one in here. Here it is. Nope. There it is. So that goes right there, and then we have a studded one. These are not the studded ones, obviously. So one goes right here. But there's probably a reason for them to do it like that. I will just do it their way, and then if I really, really like this spaceship, which I doubt I will. I mean, it's like, I like spaceships, but I could build better. All right, now this is step number 5. We're going to use the wing pieces, or the pieces that are normally considered wing pieces, right there, and they're also considered filler pieces. Oh wow, they got the filler piece that I grew up with on the jet. All right, and then we got the 1x2s going on the side right here to reinforce that. So okay, so yeah, I guess it didn't matter, because anyway. All right, so visually this is the back. Now we're going to be doing, they want you to use a 6 long on the sides here. They show you to do a bottom build before you put it on, but I'm going to put through this and see if it is easier just to do this first and then to put this on the bottom. That seems easier to me. They show to put it on the bottom and then stick it on there. You stick it on there, just flip it upside down and stick a 2x1 on the bottom. And my finger is fat, but it can still fit in there. All right, so we put those two on, and then we put two more of those things at the front. They're just fillers, which also make kind of like tiny wings. I can figure out where they are. Like this one, and right here, this one. Looks like we're building a helicopter or plane or something. We're using this piece next, and it appears that it's just grabbing onto the last two studs. And then we use two of the shorter wing things, which are also fillers. They're supposed to be purple. Why can't I see them? Oh, let me back up and make sure if I messed up something. Like this is right, this is right. But I gotta have the ones that have two studs on each one instead of three studs. Oh, here they are. So like this piece right here, this is gonna go right here to make a trapezoid basically. And there's another one on here somewhere. I'm not seeing it for some reason. It may have gotten caught. Sometimes you gotta double check these bags. Not the big bag, obviously. Not as much. All right, let me see if I got my eyes working. Here it is. It just flipped up on one side. So it was on this side. That's why I couldn't see it. All right, so we got that going right there for step number 7. And then we have 2 4-longs, 1x4, that are gonna fill in right here and across from it right here. Okay, so just make sure you are, everything might be pushing back. All right, in step number 8, we're going to finally use this piece back here like this. And then we're going to use the top pieces right here. Now there's 2 different types of top. There's the long ones and there's the shorter ones. We're using the shorter ones. Okay. And then we got the 2 clear wings like this, and they actually are going to become wings. They're not just filler. They actually are tail wings. And there's at least 2 pair of those, so be careful. And then on step number 9, we're actually going to put the vertical tail wing, or the I think it's called the rudder. All right. We also build 2 using the sloped brick like this and a flat brick. We're putting 1, and then we're going to put it right here while avoiding cat hair. Tell you what, I need to shave my cats. There's just no way of getting around it. Especially Tom Tom. It seems like every time I pet him, I'm pulling hair off that cat. Maybe it's just like he wants to be petted all the time. All right, so there we go. That is step number 9. Step number 10. All right, I'm looking at what we're doing here, and it appears that we're using these pieces right here, like that. You need both of them. And then directly in front of it, we're gonna make a sandwich with 2 pieces. The top being a flat and the bottom being the studded 2x1s. And they're gonna go in front of it like this, just to fill it in, I suppose. All right, step number 11, we're doing some stuff here. We're peeling this right here with this, and then a flat on top of it. This is gonna be holding on to the light cell. And it appears that the top is gonna have this and this for some reason. And that's gonna go inside of this right here. Let me double check. I feel like I don't see anything I missed. Let me double check. Because it is showing me that I'm putting it on something and I may have missed it back here somewhere. All right, so far it's a smooth and a stud, a smooth and a stud. It does go right there, but there's nothing it's supposed to be sitting on. Unless I did not build something correctly. somehow or another I've missed somewhere along the way. There is 3 bricks. There is 3 studs here. Some other I missed right here. So let me just peel that one piece up. See if I can do it like this. I'm not sure how, but anyway. Well, we'll just set it right there for now. We won't worry about it too much. That was steps 13, 14, and apparently 15. And now for 16, we're building something out in the middle of nowhere. Appears we're using 4 as the bottom, a 4x2, and the 6x2s. Probably this is like the wings for it, I think. Page 26, now page 27. All right, so we're still bidding on this thing right here. Okay, so we got, this is gonna hang off on the edge right here. And on the bottom, we're using one of these, but I need the opposite of it right here. Okay, you squeeze that one on there and a 2x1. And then in the front, we use the washing machine dryer combo set right there, like that. And then we're going to actually build even more on there. So I thought we were gonna actually go to the other side at this point. So this goes right here. And on the front of that, there's a lot of great pieces here. I don't like the build so far. I think, when I get done with this is gonna be some beautiful purple pieces I'm gonna use for something else. Because I'm like, it's not my thing. This is just, I don't know. Let's wait until we get to the end so we make our mind up if this is a stupid build or a good build, whatever, whatever. All right, now we're gonna build the mirror image of that. So let's get to cracking on that. So I'm gonna put this on here, and then on the bottom put a 2x1, and then it's gonna hang off the edge of this. And then put the washer and dryer right here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put this on here before I put the other piece on. And the clear piece, I'm just mirroring the image so far. And this piece will go like this, and then this piece will go on the bottom, turned up, like that. All right, so we got those 2 things put on. Oh, we still got more to do. This looks like they're trying to copy that Star Wars prequel, whatever that thing is that the little kid Anakin Skywalker was flying around in. I don't know, I didn't like the movie. Don't give me a thumbs down for that. To each his own. All right, so this goes in the front. You know, the little thing where this was in the front, pulling the thingamabob that he was racing in. I don't remember what it's called. I don't remember any of that stuff. After they killed Darth Maul, I was like, man, I could care less about this movie now. I remember seeing it in theaters feeling like, man, this is a weird movie. All right, so you're supposed to put it right there. Marry the 2 things right there, see? So now it looks a little bit less like that, more like a flying boat. That's all the pieces. Somehow that this piece was to come up here. Maybe that was supposed to be totally foreshortened, but so that this would be actually connected to that one brick that I can't quite get up for some reason. Get on up, get on down, get on up, get on down. Oh, let me turn it this way one more time. I can't quite get it. But if it was able to be gotten up, it would just sit right there nice and easily to get to. And then you can always peel this off easily, flip it on. And the battery's dead on mine. I'm looking to see if there's any plastic to pull out. Oh, there we go. All right. So now let's put the little Go-Go Power Pink Ranger in there. Go Pinky Rangers. All right, let me take this out. In the boot. Okay. Oh, great. All right, there's what it's supposed to look like if she wasn't fighting the whole thing. And I think it's a she. Yeah, because it's got blue lipstick. I remember I had this conversation before in my head. All right, there she is in her spaceship, and with the light off. Be-doo, be-doo, be-doo. All right, guys, what do you think? Is this a cool looking spaceship? I'm going to give it a thumbs down for looking cool, but I'm going to give it a thumbs up for the pieces are excellent. They're not crappy pieces. I remember when I first bought a Block Tech thing, the pieces looked like somebody just popped them off of some sprue for a really cheap model kit. They were terrible. This is excellent kit. These are excellent pieces. They have great clutch. I mean, look, they don't just pop off and fall apart. I mean, you knew that was going to happen because it's only held on by 2 studs. But these pieces are beautiful. I like purple crystal pieces like this. You can build like Crystar's spaceship or something. The Crystal Warriors. And you do get the little pink ranger. Here she is in case you didn't see that video where I put them together. Yes, it is. She's got the lipstick, which I'm trying to get her helmet off without getting her head off. Well, you could probably see it through the helmet because it is translucent after all. And what's cool is you can actually mix and match some of these pieces. So with the Dollar Tree figures, and you can maybe make, like, instead of it being entirely translucent, you know how they made the atomic mic back in the 70s? You can maybe create your own atomic mic out of these pieces because they got some translucent pieces. Like he had a translucent arm and legs, or was it just one leg? Never had an atomic mic. I had the Bionic Man figure. I still have my Mascutron. Freaking, I love Mascutron. All right, well, anyway, so what did you think of that ship? Again, fantastic. A lot of really rounded good pieces. These are good pieces. Those are good pieces. These are great pieces. A lot of fantastic purple pieces for whatever your mock is going to be that you're going to create out of this stuff. So I'm just going to break it down a little bit because my barrel of figures, or my barrel of Lego pieces, is getting full. That's why I was like, I can't do 2 more kits, can I? Well, let's find out. All right, thanks for watching, and let me know again if you bought this set. Or did you buy the Five Below set that was a single set by itself, and it may or may not have come with a figure back then? Let me know if that was anything like this one. Or maybe it had a windshield or slightly tweaked or something. Kind of like my fire truck, which actually had a ladder on it instead of the little gun thing. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.